The van has developed new leaks to me. They may have always been there, but I just haven't noticed them till now. So we are going to tackle those leaks today. We have one wet spot right here, and another wet spot right there, along with another wet spot right here. These wet spots are not correlated with each other. This wet spot and that wet spot are. And that's not to mention that the van was leaking through this hole that I plugged up a while ago, but that's just my issue. I'll be building a roof rack here pretty soon, and someone commented that that would happen. And they were right. That ultimately leaked water all right here. Let's talk about these corner leaks right here. We have this channel that collects the water drippings from this door. The water drippings comes down this way and down this channel, down this rubber gasket, then here, and then the water comes in. Because my gasket is a bit, nicked up. I have a strong feeling even if I replace this gasket, it would still leak right here on both corners. Now let's talk about that leak. If we close this door, this is flush to the gasket, like it is making contact with the gasket. But as we come down this way, there's a gap. It rises up at the end of the door. And what happens is that the water slips underneath this and it drips down, soaking this door panel. It's still moist. You can actually see the wetness right here. This is very, very wet. Shutting this door, you will notice this is very flush all the way down. No gaps, and it's making contact with this gasket. So that's what I'm gonna deal with today. Honestly, this gasket could be replaced. Wanna replace it? Not really. When I shut both these doors, you will notice this is not flush with this door. And looking at the door body line, we got a huge gap up here, then very tight gap down here. It's not an even door gap. On the contrary, on this side, perfect door gap all the way down. I think the previous owner slammed something in the door which caused this. So I'll mess with it, see what I can do. But no matter what I do, I firmly believe that water will continue to leak down here. So a friend on Instagram named Lupita, she advised that I should use caulking, which is pretty smart because this isn't a normal van, it's a camper van. So why not use caulking as you would in the house? I've got clear silicone caulking and of course a caulk gun. That one was bad. I've got another one. It's not clear, but this one's bad too. So I connected the silicone all the way from the edge, touching this groove here, all the way down on the bottom. Make sure I hit every gap. Each of these ridge lines do go down and create a gap, and connected it to the other side. I've had this stuff for a very long time. I've used it on so many different applications. And this is what we're gonna use to sandwich between that wood edge and the silicone. And of course, I'll link it down below for your convenience. The goal is to have that squeeze out, see that? Going all the way down. If you want to save the rest of this caulk, this is what you gotta do. Grab a glove, cut the tip off, clean this tip off, then slide the tip on, inject some caulk into there. It's supposed to save for about 2 weeks, up to 2 months. Tip of the day. That looks pretty dang good. Now we need to fix the leak coming from the door dripping down onto the floorboard, because that is by far the worst. I'm kind of thinking that maybe somebody or something weighted down the door this way, which moved all the way, you know, this way, which created that gap. On a closer inspection, if we check out this door, pretty much flat with the body itself all the way down. Now I mentioned how this is poking out, and it's definitely poking out, so it's not flat. I can fit my finger underneath there. But as we come down, it's not flat anymore. See that? The door comes in. So the door comes out, door goes in, door goes in, door comes out. Here's the hinges. There are no bolts. They're welded on. Luckily, there are articles on the interwebs from over 10 years ago and basically said that I need to He-Man the door up. I'm just gonna do it. I mean, this is a similar thought to the jack and the wood, but I couldn't get the jack and the wood right here because it's not an even platform. So I don't know, maybe the leverage right here. Let's see if the gap changed any. I think it did. It went down 2 to 3 millimeters so far. This gap is widening up. If you want to do something this silly, make sure your back is straight. You don't want to hurt yourself. I'm trying not to bend this ledge also. It's very hard. Use your legs only. This is for entertainment purposes only. Do at your own risk. This might not be smart either, but what if I put a wedge right here and maybe wedge it upwards? I got a new theory. Same theory, but I thought more about it. I think someone slammed the door, but there's an object stopping it about right here on the other side. So they slammed it, it was about right there, kept on slamming it, slam, 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 and then the whole door adjusted so it can finally latch onto there. This side of the door is sunken in ever so slightly compared to this door. Very flush, slightly sunken in. And if you get this view, you can see that there's a gap here. And it's always been difficult to open and shut. It doesn't shut all the way unless you slam it. I'm thinking I'm gonna put something right here. I think I'm gonna put it right there. No, that's gonna bend the ledge. Ugh, I don't like that. Maybe right here. See if that changed anything. The gap is bigger. We started with 2.6-ish. It was just at 2.8. Instead of putting it right here, I'm now just gonna put it in the middle of this hinge. If you're doing something this stupid, do not grab the door like this, because imagine if the door slams, you're gonna break a few fingers. It just feels wrong what I'm doing, but door's moving. Look, this is almost flush. $3.4 now. Whoa, just doing that. Crazy. This gap looks so much better already. I'm convinced I can't do anything else to adjust the door. It's still way wonky. Move the door a little bit of that way, move the door a little bit of that way. But, we still got a gap here. We're just gonna thicken this piece of this gasket. We're gonna put more gasket material. This is very nice, very high quality stuff right here. I've already used it to repair this gasket in the past. These used to be all big cracks. Get some of this, get some of this, spray it on that. This needs to be cleaned to have a proper adhesion. It's not gonna be pretty, but it'll be okay because no one should be up here looking at this. And let's see how that looks tomorrow. Let's see if that builds enough layer. It's definitely not the prettiest thing, but I think it'll do. So that, with accumulation of sealing this bottom edge, we should be golden. I'm gonna go park the van outside at a slope where I normally park it and see after next time it rains if it leaks again. I'm all about saving money. If I can use stuff that I already have to fix my problems, I'm gonna do it. Well, the leaks are fixed, or at least it didn't leak last time it rained. That's good. Now we got something else to tackle, and that is this brake system. Thank you so much for watching the entire video. And thank you to my patrons, Caleb, Brady, and Papa was a Rolling Stone. Boom. If you want to be part of my Patreon, then you'll get videos before anybody else. Discounts on my merch, which I'll have some new stuff coming here pretty soon. This is Chris Bills and I always appreciate and respect one another. I'll see you next time. In the next video, we will tackle that annoying locking up brick issue that I have been having. And you might learn something.